Now, a few weeks ago, I was handing out the awards. It was Sandwell Community Awards at the Town Hall in Wednesbury. Loads of really good community servants being honoured for their volunteering, brilliant stuff, and a little bit of entertainment in. There was a fantastic local dance troupe who based in the premises next door to Wednesbury Town Hall. They were fantastic. And then there was a 13-year-old singer who came on, and she sounded a bit like this.
I guess it's funny hearing where you're standing, 'cause from over here I miss the joke. I cleared the way from my crash landing. I've done it again, another number for your notes. I'd be smiling if I wasn't so desperate. I'd be patient if I had the time, and I can stop and answer all of your questions as soon as I find out how I can move from the back of the line. So I'll be your clown behind the glass. Go ahead and laugh, 'cause it's funny how I do. If I saw me, I'll be your clown. I'm your favorite channel. My life's a circus, running circles. I'm selling out tonight.
There you go. That's a 13-year-old girl. That's Holly, right? Holly, how are you?
Good, thank you.
We were hoping you'd come in and do something live today. You got tonsillitis, but even though you biffed the microphone once or twice at the start of that, people I'm sure can hear what an amazing voice you've got.
Thank you.
You see, she's very shy. Mum Michelle's alongside her. The great thing about Holly is, you know, she's just an ordinary girl, isn't she? With an extraordinary voice.
Yeah, she gets up, she sings, she enjoys the singing. As soon as she stops singing, she's 13 again. She, just enjoys, listens to music all the time. And loves singing. Recently, starting to pick up keyboards and guitar to go along with it. But apart from that, yes, she can sing, she can't talk.
That's fine, we don't mind that. But just thinking, that the event, which is a different event to the one, I think that was from the Coneygree Centre in Tipton, that recording was made, wasn't it? The event that I saw at Wednesbury Town Hall, you're talking about a venue, it's got a balcony, it's probably, 800 capacity, maybe not quite as much as that, 500-600 anyway, but a big room. And the thing was, Holly was commanding that room right to the back of it, like an arena singer.
Yeah, she loves it. The bigger the audience, the more adrenaline, and she absolutely loves it. The bigger the audience, the better the performance. If you know what I mean, she's really up for it, aren't you?
Yeah. I was chatting to you and Dad after the gig, and you were saying that neither of you were particularly musically gifted. You've got, is it a son you've got as well?
He's an elder brother. Yeah.
And music's not in the family in that sense.
No.
So how did you first realise that Ollie had got this massive voice?
Oh, as far back as when she was 2, she used to sing My Heart Will Go On from the Titanic for my mum. And she could sing it all the way through. And she could sing it, and she was only 2. And then a primary school teacher, Mrs. Clark, asked me if I'd considered having Holly singing lessons when she was about 9. And I said no. I never did anything about it. And then she approached me again another 2 times, and I'm thinking, well, can she sing? Because it's your own child, you think they're brilliant anyway. And I'm thinking, can she sing? And then she'd had comments off other people.
And why had you been resistant to the idea of singing lessons?
Because I thought it was just because she was my child, and I thought she was brilliant anyway, because you do. But when other people started coming to us and and saying she's got a really good voice. And then we decided to have her singing lessons when she was picked out of a choir at Mary Hill Centre. It was Christmas choirs, and she won a
Like
puppet.
a puppet, yeah.
And I thought, well, they've picked her out of all those kids. And then we decided to take it serious. But Dad's always said she could sing.
It was right. It
Yeah.
was right. And Holly, when I saw you, you know, you did some kind of standards. I mean, I suppose that song, even though it's quite recent, by Emily Sandé, Cloud, it's
Yeah.
sort of a new standard. But the first time I saw your face as well, I think the
Yeah.
old Gladys Knight song. What sort of stuff do you like listening to, just for your own listening pleasure?
Well, the main person I do listen to is Emily Sandé, but if I like a song, it doesn't matter what kind of, well, what singer it is or what person. If I like the song, I will listen to it.
Then you obviously get a buzz out of performing in front of people.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like my mum said, the bigger the audience, the more enjoyable it is for me. And if I'm waiting around more to go on, it makes it more exciting.
Does it things that might throw other people, a big audience and a big weight? So where do you go now? I mean, you know, you're 13, you're at school, you've got your exams to worry about, and I'm slightly concerned about bringing you in here about, you know, you don't want to inflate people's sense of self-importance, do you? You don't want people to get a big head, even though you've got a great talent, because we know how people can go sometimes. But I don't think that's going to happen with Holly. She seems to have her feet very much on the ground.
I think so. It's like we were talking about it yesterday. She was at Cowney last night, and it's like a separate part of her life. When she's at school, apart from a music teacher, loves a music teacher, but apart from that, she doesn't really tell anybody about anything she does outside school. It's as though school's separate, singing separate. It doesn't come together very often.
I know you got tonsillitis today, so you can't sing live for us, unfortunately, and we will hear that on another occasion soon, I promise you. But what are your thoughts about, like, progressing in music, where you go next?
I think I mainly want to start focusing on playing an instrument so I could get to writing my own music, so I know what I sound like myself instead of me being a cover artist. And I think it's just to progress on my weaker points, like a higher range and things like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can always get better, but you have got an incredible range of notes as well, it seems to me. And I mean, what about programmes like The Voice, Britain's Got Talent, X Factor and those? Does that, going down that route, appeal to you?
I think The Voice would, and I have tried for Britain's Got Talent a few times, but never got anywhere. But I suppose just keep trying for it until I'm old enough to go for the other shows.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you coming in, Holly. We will speak again very soon. And thank you, Michelle, as well, for bringing her in. Let's just get another little flavour. What I reckon is just one of the most amazing voices going around the West Midlands at the moment.
I'd be less angry if it was my decision. And the money was just rolling in. If I had more than my ambitions, I have time to please, I have time to thank you as soon as I win. So I'll be your clown behind the glass,
not professionally recorded, and I think you can probably tell, but that is a 13-year-old girl. She's just got an amazing voice. That's Holly Wright from Old Hill. And I saw her the other week at Wednesbury Town Hall. We'll get her in to sing live one day soon when she hasn't got tonsillitis.